May the best man win. But this sport is something that you can't play with. Boxing is something that you can't play with.
It's 100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson.
Heard, though, that Pacquiao is going to look horrible.
Floyd Mayweather has issued a warning to Manny Pacquiao about facing Mario Barrios, reminding him that boxing is no game. Analysts echo Mayweather's concerns, pointing to Pacquiao's underwhelming performance in his last fight years ago. Comebacks in boxing rarely end on a high note. Most returning fighters face tough challenges, and victories are more of a rare miracle than a realistic expectation.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao is not going to have zero legs.
Analysts are expressing serious concern for Manny Pacquiao's health if he moves forward with a fight against Mario Barrios. Boxing is an unforgiving sport, physically punishing and often brutal, especially for fighters coming out of retirement. Pacquiao hasn't stepped into the ring professionally in 5 years, and at his age, the toll on his body could be far greater. Experts warn that prolonged inactivity combined with aging can leave a fighter dangerously vulnerable, increasing the risk of lasting injuries. History has shown that many retired boxers who return to the ring suffer severe health consequences, including concussions and long-term brain trauma, raising legitimate fears for Pacquiao's well-being in this potential match.
Because what's the worst case scenario? Someone gets seriously hurt. Someone has like life-altering injuries, and that could happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold. I thought when he got knocked out by Marquez, I thought he died. It was that scary.
Yeah.
Remember that one? So
I do.
Ultimately, I'm most surprised that if it hasn't been officially announced, if it lands in Nevada or California, I'll be very surprised and dare I say disappointed.
Former world champion Ricky Hatton reacted with a mix of surprise and skepticism to Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to professional boxing after a 5-year absence. Hatton called today's boxing scene unpredictable and questioned the logic of Pacquiao stepping straight into a world title fight after such a long layoff. While he hopes Pacquiao stays safe, Hatton believes the timing and circumstances of this comeback raise serious
doubts for the WBC title a number of years out of the ring. What do you make of it?
Well, one, I hope he doesn't get hurt. I think there's every chance he could do. Secondly, I think how has he got to a world title shot? 5th in the world, imagine if he was number 1 and 2 in the division and trained all your life to get there, and then Manny comes in after being retired 5 years or whatever it is, and goes into number 5 in the division. Boxing these days.
Manny Pacquiao's legacy as an 8-division world champion is unquestionable. His achievements place him among boxing's all-time greats. However, his announcement to return and chase yet another world title has sparked criticism from both fans and analysts. Many believe his place in history is already secure, and they question the wisdom of risking his health and reputation by stepping back into elite competition. Concerns focus on his age and long absence from the ring, with critics warning that a lackluster performance could tarnish the image of a once dominant legend.
Since, like, being a world champion means you are the best in the world. You are the champion of this world at your weight class. We all know right now, at least to me, it's common knowledge that that's Jaron Boots Ennis. At 147, he is the best in the world. But he doesn't hold all 4 belts, so he is only one of the 2 or 3, I guess now, world champions. Doesn't make sense to me, and especially when now you're the WBC and you're like, yeah, let's bring in Manny Pacquiao to potentially win a world championship. And let's say he pulls it off by some miracle. Are we going to put Manny Pacquiao in there with Boots Ennis? Is that what we're going to do? I hope not. And again, this is not me trying to be a hater. It's just, I don't want to see Manny get hurt. And Barrios, you know, not the biggest puncher in the world, but he can hurt it badly. He is a volume puncher, and he will be in there against a guy that, again, isn't a natural 147. Even if he finished his career at 147, that's not where Manny was his best self. He's definitely going to be at a massive size disadvantage here. Height, reach, everything. Again, when Manny was in his prime, or, you know, honestly, when he was still in his late 30s and early 40s before he retired, he could have handled that. His speed was still there. The consistency was still there. He wasn't running for political office and doing all this other stuff and taking time off. We see this time and time again. When a boxer retires, takes a long time off, and then comes back, it usually, again, outside of George Foreman, rest in peace to the GOAT, it usually doesn't go well. And I don't think this is going to either. And it's clear to me that this is done for, you know, a staging of an event versus the actual competitive nature of the fight. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong and that Manny still has it, but I'm just going to go with what makes the most sense. The WBC and whoever they partner with on this is going to try to sell tickets off of it. Okay, that's fine, but what's the point of the belt if this is the match? What are you saying as the WBC to all the actual contenders that you have ranked at welterweight?
Some observers argue that Manny Pacquiao's return is even more disrespectful to the sport than high-profile celebrity bouts like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. The criticism stems from the belief that these comeback fights prioritize spectacle and profit over true athletic competition. Detractors suggest that Pacquiao's matchup with Mario Barrios risks undermining the integrity of championship boxing, potentially diminishing the prestige of title fights and disappointing fans who expect serious, high-caliber matches.
100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson. This is an outrage. People should be up in arms about this fight. This is so disrespectful. Barrios loses this fight, he should quit boxing. You let Manny Pacquiao, an old dude who stopped boxing, and then you're his first fight back? You are disrespectful as a champ.
What's your top 5 be?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Number 1?
Yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there. He was the champion at flyweight and then moved up. There are so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. Even the fact that he could compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers. Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
Oh, that dude. It's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from a southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was